72 Hours of Terror. Written by Daniel Russell. Narrated by Nickzh. Chapter 1. A Message from Home. Bloody hell. When they told us that the mission would be a long time, they were damn right. Somehow, seeing the same empty, inky, blacky, if it's not a word it should be, space outside the ship got boring after the first few months. Heck, I would have gone stir-crazy if I didn't have Mason, my only other real friend up here. Dan, Allison, and Saskia. Well, Spacka, our cute name for the Space Academy, claims it's impossible not to become at least acquaintances with your crew, but these guys have made it pretty hard. Somehow Spacka has managed to throw the 4 people who have the most conflicting personalities on the same team and still expect us to each complete our mission. It's when I think about thoughts like these that I pray to the administration angel who set me up with my childhood friend. Well, that's not what it sounds like. Okay, quick run-through. Dan is a bit pompous. He's the tech guy, so he's wicked smart, just not so experienced with social interaction. Got that type of hair that you could wring out and find a decent cup of wax, that is to say, long, blacky, and slicked back. He's kinda tall. You know the guys who stand up straight and look down over their glasses at you? Pretty much the feeling you'll get whenever he talks. Saskia, well, considering that she and Allison had the nickname of the Space Angels, honestly, they could have thought of a sexier name, she isn't lacking anything in the looks department. Long, chocolate, cocoa-colored hair, pale white skin, warm brown eyes, anything but warm personality. This girl doesn't talk unless it's necessary, and when she does, it's almost always scathing remarks, meaning we don't often chat up a storm. She's the geoanalyst, studying meteorites, earth samples, that sort of thing. Rocks. Now, Allison, she's pretty much the opposite of Saskia. Pretty much flirts with anything that has a heartbeat. Often, though, it's just flirting for the purposes of teasing the individual, speaking from sad prior experience. Apart from flirting, she has another interesting hobby. MMA! This girl loves all types of beatdown, Krav Maga, kickboxing, Muay Thai, ergo, she can really open up the proverbial can of whoop-ass whenever she feels. The job of being our repair girl, or construction specialist as they like to call it, is quite fitting for her. Shoulder-length blonde hair and a well-endowed figure makes up the easiest to talk to of the troublesome trio. And Mason, my only solstice in the tornado of a social group that is Team 53. Our tall, tan, sandy blonde, broad-shouldered, charismatic group leader. The best description I can think of is the stereotypical surfer dude. He's an extreme sports junkie, completely addicted to everything extreme, dangerous, and highly likely to injure yourself sport that you can think of. I say that he studied to be the medic simply because then he could fix himself when he crashes off a cliff during extreme mountain biking or something. He's able to get along with absolutely everyone, ergo, he's the reliable backbone of our team. My name is Ollie, and I'm the animals guy. My job is to test various animals for side effects and pattern changes when put in space. I was born on a farm, so I wouldn't say there was much of a change when I went to Spacka, except for the spacey stuff we had to learn about. Mason used to visit the farm every so often because our parents were really good friends. We got on really well, and when Mason started to talk about how cool the city was, showing me his cool gadgets, I still use the automatic sharpener to this day, I started to show him the joys of the countryside, how to have fun around an electric fence. I'm seriously surprised that we don't glow in the dark, what with the amount of exposure we've had to electricity. Right, the mission. After 1 year, we're finally able to come home, see family and friends, not see these people. I was jolted from my happy little thoughts by a slap on the back. "What's cooking, good looking?" said Mason as I stumbled forward a little. I'm sorely tempted to respond sarcastically and ask which oven he's talking about, but somewhere in the back of my mind I understand that it could be a little immature and a lame comeback. I do it anyway. "Well, they don't exactly allow us to have ovens. They don't seem to like fire, remember?" I responded, but Mason just grinned and slapped me on the back, propelling me forward even further. Thanks to Mason's help, I reached the door before him and pulled it open. Inside are our troublesome trio, obviously not talking to each other at all. Allison had her feet on the long table, pretty unconcerned about the awkwardness in the room. Dan was doing something on his laptop, no surprises there, sitting like a model student in his chair. Saskia was resting her head on her crossed arms upon the table. As I opened the door, they all looked up, found nothing of interest, and went back to what they were doing. Woo, self-esteem. But when
Sample complete. Ready to continue?